Or
Now we're on. Hey guys, Kelly Walker Slaughter here, your host of Warren First 931. And it is a beautiful Monday morning outside in downtown McMinnville. And thanks again to Matt Nana for letting me use Tops Frozen Yogurt and Metro Daily each and every morning to do my podcast. But with me, as always, one of my favorite reoccurring guests, we have Officer Mark Morrow with us.
Good morning. Yeah, good morning.
So again, and when he texted this morning, he probably told me about it a million times, like everything else I'm helping him out with. But
I know.
last week, of course, was the fair.
Yeah.
So, but with that said, now the fair wrapping it
It's
up.
done.
It's done. It's over.
It's done.
The fair. If you're out there and you see people there, they're just cleaning up their booths. We did ours yesterday for Covenant Academy, and it only took 4 hours. It wasn't too
I'm taking
terrible.
the kids tonight to the fair.
For what?
I don't know. Just
Just
won't have
to
to
see
spend
what
any
it looks
money.
like?
I won't have to spend any money.
Look at you. They'd be like, I don't know what happened, children.
Exactly.
But with that said, some big things are happening
Yeah.
that the police department, the sheriff's department, and probably other people are involved in as well. So what is going on this Friday?
Okay, so Friday at Farmers Market,
Mm-hmm.
their DCS is having a baby shower.
Yeah.
So it's not like what you think it is.
Yeah.
There's not going to be a
Word
cover
baby
set up or
shower. I'm
anything
like, who's
that.
having a baby?
Exactly. But what it is it's really good. If
Uh-huh.
you've never been there, it's a really neat program. We went up to Sparta and helped out with theirs.
Yeah.
And so they've got all these booths set up, information booths, and they've got free giveaways.
Mm-hmm.
And they have like diapers, baby wipes, bottles, and then they have
Passport, like anything you need.
yeah,
Right?
anything you're thinking that you might need. Yeah. And then they have drawings of stuff too. I don't know what they're giving away.
Gotcha.
And then the most important thing is we're doing car seat checks.
I was gonna say.
So yeah, the coalition's going to be there. McMinnville, Warren County, CPS coalition will be there.
Yeah.
So you're right. The sheriff's department will be there, fire department, McMinnville Police Department, and THP,
Oh, there you go.
and the health department.
And the health
Because the health
department
department
again.
is the newest ones that we've got on our coalition. So I'm
I
really
love
excited
that.
about
Yeah, I got to meet them this last go
Yeah.
around, but you
Yeah.
were in Franklin, I believe.
I was at a conference. So
Yeah.
yep.
And then with that said, so it's this Friday underneath the farmers market. What
Right.
time is that going to be?
It's from 10 o'clock to 1 o'clock.
Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah, it's not bad at all.
So is this like for anybody that is expecting a baby or that, and also that may have a baby
Yeah,
as
yeah.
well?
Yeah, that's for the baby shower part. Of course, the car seat check, we don't care.
Yeah, that's for all ages in
I mean,
the,
you don't have to bring your kids for
Right.
it. Yeah.
and with the car seat checks, this is age range from birth to what age?
Till about nine and a half years old.
Yeah. Because that's one big thing, we always talk about, the law. What is the law about boosters? What is the
Yeah.
law about car seats?
And I don't mean to interrupt, but I don't understand it because we've got so many educational outlets that we're using. We
Right.
use our Facebook, radio.
Yeah.
We use you guys.
Yeah.
We use Southern Standard broadcasting what the laws are, and we still get them. We still
Yeah.
stop cars.
Yeah.
We'll have I had just the other day a 7-year-old in the front seat
Yeah.
without a booster seat, and it's like, come on.
Because there's always the stipulations. I'll throw you something out. Somebody pulling up with a
Oh, and you told me to silence my phone.
I know this is school. Pause.
Uh-oh, this can't.
Okay.
So what I was saying is
Yeah.
it's really frustrating
Yeah.
because everyone should know what the laws are on it. We do a lot of advertisement. We do a lot of car seat checks where we're educating people. And,
Yes.
if they're under 9 years old and 4'9", they've got to be in a booster seat.
Okay, so that's what I was going to ask you.
Mhm.
Like after a point, like at 9, or even did they have to be 9?
Right, and
Like what?
4'9".
And 4'9".
Yes.
Now, if they are, oh shoot, if they're 8 and 4'9",
Then that
still
doesn't count. Still
okay.
booster seat.
Because see, that's what a lot of people when they go on, and I mean, I'm the same way. But when you go online and you see the weight, the height, or the
Yeah.
description, you're like, well, my kid's 5 foot, da da da, and he
Yeah.
weighs. He weighs like a 10 or a 12-year-old. I mean,
Yeah.
and the booster seat doesn't fit. I'm going to be that person. I'm going
I
to,
understand.
and we come up and it doesn't fit anymore.
Yeah.
What's the stipulation then?
Well, okay, so good question. So if we've had some of the kids that have outweighed the booster seat, so then you have to get yourself an oversized booster
Oh,
seat
they make
for
them
that,
now.
right?
Okay.
And sometimes there has to be an exception.
Yeah.
I mean, if it's a really big kid, and and the weight, and even the oversized booster seats can't be used,
Right.
then you can't use it.
Right.
Right, because then it's going to defeat the purpose of it. Yeah, it's tough. I know it's really tough as a parent, or a grandparent, especially because they don't know a lot of the stuff that's going on. They just hear it from their kids. But anytime there's a question, just call and ask us, and we'll help you out with it. No one's going to get in trouble for it if they're calling ahead of time. Now, if we do a traffic stop,
Learning from it, if it's something you're like, hey, I have a
Yeah.
question of concern, that's not going to gift you a ticket right away.
No. But if we do that traffic stop, it's kind of like a DUI. If you get behind the wheel and you knowingly are driving under the influence, you're going to get arrested for it. Well, with car seat stuff, if we stop you and it's something minor, we'll give you a break on it. We'll fix the problem, right? But if you're driving and you've got a car seat
Yeah.
and it's not being used and they should be used, you're probably going to get a ticket over
Yeah.
it. So.
And that's the one good thing about car seats nowadays that I'm seeing that they're making. For example, it's like I think it's called an Even Flow brand.
Yes.
And it's a 360 where it can actually, it's a 4-in-1 where it can be an infant seat where it's help me, rear facing.
Yeah.
Is that what it's
Rear
called?
facing,
And then
facing.
as they get older, it can go forward facing. And then as they get older, it actually pops up. So it turns into another seat. Because the big thing that I remember that every time I've gone to the child safety seat check is we need to make sure that the seat belt is properly on, and
Right.
especially in the boosters, it needs to be right across the chest,
It does.
not above their neck,
Right.
and not, things like that. Because obviously, if you have a question and your kid's in a booster seat or not, if that seat belt, they still need to be in that car seat, not the booster seat, obviously. But with that said, when you go to this event on Friday from 10 to 1 underneath the farmer's market, come out there if you are a new parent and you want to help get installed a said car seat, they can do that as well.
Right, because we can do that even, we've had quite a few pregnant families that have come and had their car seat installed beforehand.
Me too.
Yeah, and it makes so much sense because you've got all this stuff going on. And then when you have the baby, it's like a scramble.
Oh, it is.
And
it is.
so Peter's parents didn't have to go through that. So let's plan ahead.
Yeah. There's nothing wrong with planning ahead.
Right. And we'll help out. And, booster seats, you were talking about that, about the shoulder. There is a device that you can attach to the booster seat to make it so that the shoulder strap touches the shoulder.
Oh, that's neat. I didn't know about that.
Yep.
Good to know for when baby girl's turn.
Exactly.
Because I'm going to definitely, when she's ready to move to car seat to booster seat, somebody's going to have to help me.
Yeah. And, everybody's giving stuff away, and we are too. We've got Hardee's coupons that we're giving out for breakfast and lunch sandwiches. Good stuff.
It's going to be amazing. So make sure you come on out, and thanks to DCS and for them putting this together.
Yeah. Hey, it's a big event. I mean, it's going to be big.
Now, if anybody that is listening that cannot make it specifically, say for the car safety stuff, you don't just have to go to this event. You can actually call you guys and set something up, correct?
Yep, that's correct. Yeah, call the police department 473-3808. We've got a list of the car seat techs ready to help you out. And with the police department, we've got somebody working almost every day that's a car seat technician. And then McMinnville Fire Department, they're the same. Yeah. In the sheriff's department, we've got the technicians out there, but it's kind of hard to tell when they're going to be working, when they're not.
Right.
So always call ahead of time to get an appointment set up.
Yeah.
And that way we can help. And THP is the same way.
Okay. Anything else I haven't asked before I have to let you go?
I don't know. We might give some bike helmets and bike lights out during it too.
I was gonna say, because right now I saw a lot of bike riders over the weekend.
Oh yeah.
Hundreds. We'll talk about that later though. Yeah.
Oh wow.
They called it the Brat race.
Where was that at?
So it started, I'll just talk about it now. So it's regular bicycles. I don't know how you would call it. It wasn't motorcycles or anything.
Right.
And the lady that I pulled over, because we were going slow up the hill in Rock Island. They start in Fall Creek Falls.
Okay, we
and
went
then
there and we saw some.
and then they go to Rock Island, back to Fall Creek Falls, a 68-mile bike ride.
Holy cow.
And there were a ton of people. And the BRAT was an acronym for Bike Riders something. And I want to say, I can't remember, association. I can't remember. But with that said, there was a ton of them, and of all different age groups. And they had their blinking lights on. They had all the proper tech on, and the trolley was one stop. And then, and I don't know what the actual area is called in Rock Island.
Get ice cream or something?
No, well, no, they had tent. Well, yeah, they probably could have, but they had tents set up too.
Okay, good.
And to get your bike fixed and stuff.
All smart.
And then over there where you could do the oversee of where when they let the water out at the falls, over there by the dam, there was also a stop there. There was a breaking point where people were resting, and you just had to be careful. But what I was told was coming from Rock Island, or from Fall Creek Falls to Rock Island, was the easy part. The hard part was going back up the hill.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I can't do it. I'm not doing it.
Yeah, that'd be.
Because I was thinking of you. I was like, is Mark in this?
Yeah. No, we were.
Because I've seen him. I've seen you before, Yeah. But the park rangers were on bikes that day.
Smart.
And I'm not going to say who we saw, but they didn't have a helmet on. And I was like, dude, where's your helmet? He's like, I'm on bike. He was going up the hill to get it. And he was like, okay.
Well, if they're over 16, they don't have to. But I think it just makes sense for anybody to wear a helmet.
Especially if you're on the road.
Yes.
I mean, if you're on a bike trail, I still would wear one in case of, but I could see where somebody would be like, I'm not going to wear one going in the back roads. Yeah. But if you're on a road where there's cars,
our police department, we've got a bike team, and we've got helmets and gloves and everything we need to stay safe. And it's also it shows everyone else that, hey, you know what?
Yeah.
Wear one.
And I also think it's really neat. I saw this yesterday. If you are ever a bike rider that has a bicycle that is on the road, it's kind of nice having those blinkers on the back of your bike.
Oh, it does, yeah.
Because then you're going to know which way they're going and when they're braking.
Sure.
Because that helps out the cars behind you.
Yeah. Or they could just use hand signals.
Or, you do something.
Yeah.
But is there anything else before I let you go?
No, thanks for having me.
Anytime. Thanks for messaging me this morning, because but while I'm thinking about it, I want to give a huge shout out to an upcoming event that's going to be in a month, and it's still a month away, but in October. I'm just going to put this out there. I'm going to be making some phone calls this week to some local restaurants and some fast food joints. I'm going to hit them all up. But Mark and them are doing a motorcycle safety class. No,
it's a police bicycle class.
Police bicycle class. My bad. We're still talking about bikes.
We are.
My bad. It's a bicycle class. I put motorcycle in that text.
Oh, no.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not motorcycles.
Sorry. And they're actually what's cool about this, while they're learning the safety about bicycles, is they're going to go to each of these locations and have a lunch and or dinner. And I think it's just going to be really fun.
I think it'll be good. Yeah, it's good training for the officers too. So that way they can jump curbs, go on sidewalks, go down stairs.
Are y'all actually going to practice a hostile situation where you have to do some BMX biking?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Not at the restaurants.
No. Unless you want them there.
No.
I'll make sure they get mud, like they did at the ATV thing where they had the hill.
There you go.
That would be fun.
Yeah. Well, the Civic Center is hosting it for us. We're having it there, so we're actually going to use that little
Start
bike
there.
park that
Yeah.
they have there and use it as well. So yeah, we've got some
Huh.
areas picked out.
So
to
if
do
you
some
see
training.
like 10 police officers
Yeah.
in their gear riding on the bike, you know what it's all about.
Yep.
But it's going to be in October. But if you know a business that would like to be interested in sponsoring a bunch of lunches and one dinner,
Okay.
I'm going to find that. Call me 931-305-0869.
Well, thanks, Kelly.
God, I'm going to get on it, but you need to get back on.
Yep.
Because I know you had to turn your radio off. Well, everybody say bye, Mr. Mark. See, it
All right.
should be unlocked. If not, just untwist it.
Okay.
I'll lock it later. Anna's here with me now, so I don't have to worry about
Yeah.
somebody coming in.
Senator soon.
Well, we have it all the time. People coming in thinking that it's open, but that's my fault. It's my fault. All right. See. All right, guys. With that said, let me turn this down now. I can't. I talk too loud, anyways. With that said, a quick recap of the Warren County Annual Fair. It was a great time. Of course, it started 2 Fridays ago, I could say, and again, huge turnouts with the pageants, a huge turnout with the entries. They said this was one of the biggest entries turn-ins this year, of whether it was flowers, food, Legos, quilts, handmade goods, paintings. I mean, it was a massive turnout, which to me is a huge success. The Sammy Kershaw concert was amazing. On the Road Again show was awesome. I will say this because I made a post about it. The On the Road Again show is a fun family event that started all in Viola with Lindell and them. And I got invested in that many years ago as well. But with that said, all the people that was on the On the Road Again show are just impersonating and lip singing songs of certain artists. And so, I got some hit back on that, thinking there's no way Lainey Wilson and Kid Rock was at the On the Road Again show. Well, of course not. They're very high profile celebrities. So yours truly was Lainey Wilson dressed up to the best of my knowledge of what she looks like, strumming my guitar. And then my good friend, Billy Billy Keezy, he plays a great Kid Rock. And the thing is, I think what really threw people is how identical Billy looks like Kid Rock when he puts the wig on and gets the whole outfit and the glasses. It's a whole thing. And so we really do enjoy doing that show. And so if you got to come out to see the On the Road Again show, good for you guys. It's another one of those fun things. Another new thing that happened at the Warren County Annual Fair was the ATV event, which we got to go to on Sunday afternoon. And it was amazing. It had kids as young as, I want to say, 4 or 5 years old up into the adult age. And it was just a nice, cool new thing that the fair, of course, is introducing and bringing. And I think it's just another reason why we should absolutely embrace our fair each and every year. And I know that it was said a lot over the week, but I'm going to say it again. Not only was our fair free to get in, free admission, but it was also, free parking and a free concert. I found out over the weekend that a lot of fairs that have concerts, you actually have to pay to go see that concert. So on top of paying your parking and paying your admission to get in, you're also paying additional to see the park. So, yes, they weren't they, Christy? Seeing those little kids ride those little motorcycles and four-wheelers. It was so stinking cute. But with that said, like I said, Sammy Kershaw's event was great. I'm trying to think of the fairs, all the pageants, preteen, teen, little, what else? The baby shows, the fairs to the fair. It was overall, it was a great event. And I do want to say a shout out also to the EMTs and the paramedics that were on staff that day. And anybody that had an emergency. I do want to say thank you on my behalf for my family. My nephew Ray, he's 12 this year, and it was his first year. Really more excited about coming to the fair because he was going to walk around by himself with his friends. He's in middle school, and so he wanted to go do that. So not even, I want to say 2 hours, if that, I was separated from him, and I was at the petting zoo with my young ones, and I get a call from my best friend Amanda saying, Ray's thrown up on this ride. He's having a panic attack, and so I instantly drop what I'm doing to go over there. But on my way over there, I call one of the paramedics, and I said, my nephew's having a panic attack. We need to get over this ride immediately. Within less than 3 minutes, they were there on the scene, getting him and taking care of him. On top of that, the people that knew him, that knew me, that called me, Amanda, and I think her name was Linda, was the other lady's name. Hold on, let me look right quick. I'm gonna have to close that out because it's stuck. Let's see here. Let me go to it right quick. Yeah, Linda, shout out to her, and shout out to Malia Pitts for being there on the scene, waiting on the paramedics while and me getting over there, and then making the decision to call the ambulance, because you just never know. And I will tell you, his heart rate was 164 over something. I can't remember right now, but and a shout out to the paramedics that came in the ambulance. My good friend Marie. I knew everybody, and it made me feel very comfortable, and it made him feel comfortable that we knew them as well. But not only did I feel like we had the most amazing fair ever, but it makes me feel like I can go to a fair that is safe. And I feel like they just, they take care of us. And so again, with that said, don't ever miss out on the Warren County Annual Fair. It's a great fair to be at, and I love it. One thing I did get called in this morning. Oh my gosh. So I'm trying to see if I can blow it up. There we go. This morning at Covenant Academy School, my good friend, Miss Carolyn, which is a dog lover like myself, for some reason, people drop off animals at the school all the time. And this little cute sucker right there is at Covenant Academy right now. Now, if you live near the Covenant Academy School and or the golf course and you're missing a puppy, again, make sure you can contact the school. You can contact the school, and if this is your dog. It doesn't look like there's a leash on it or anything, but but if you are in need of a puppy, or if you've lost your puppy, here you go. This little sucker is looking for a home and or missing its home. So you can call me at 931-305-0869. Let me know if it's yours, or if you know who it belongs to. Let me know if if you're looking for a puppy for a forever home as well. Many, many, many options. I will be making a post about this later today on Facebook and Instagram. But they said he's super friendly. If I click this, maybe it'll go. You can see how alert he is and how he just seems so sweet and nice. As Miss Carolyn said, oh my gosh, he's adorable. My son's going to be like, we can take him home. It's just how he is. With that said, a lot of things are going on. Today, we're going to be getting the newsletter out. Of course, we're talking about the Warren County Annual Fair, celebrating traditions and talents across the board. Also, too, I'm thinking about it. Don't forget that Randall Walker Farms is open with its regular hours as always on the Manchester Highway, and they have apples are available. So make sure you check them out. Also, over the weekend, I saw this. My good friend Chris Cope, former owner of Chris Springs Market, he still is going to keep Chris Springs Fireworks, but he did sell the ownership of the market over. And I do believe it started today, or it's going to be next week. It was said it on a Monday. It was in the post. Let me see. Did I write it? Say what day it was going to change hands? But I will say this, one thing that Chris was made, because once he sold that everybody was like, dude, what are you doing? Are you retiring from everything? Because of course he is on the school board. One thing he did mention in his post saying that he is going to be focusing more on, his school, being a school board. Oh, thank you, Christy. It started today. Um, that's one thing he said in his post was that, no, I'm still on the board of the school board, and I want to really focus on and hone in on that and do some stuff with that. So he's not leaving. It's just, he just gave up the Chris Springs market to some new folks. And he is also going to be there to help with the transitioning as well, is what I was told. And two, if you didn't read about it, the McMinnville has added new sites to the Civil War Trails program. Of course, that's where Jimmy Haley and myself, we went and did the dogwood trails, the dogwood walking trails. When the dogwoods are in bloom, there's a Civil War walking trail back there. And it's really cool. You're going to see that also in our newsletter this week. The sideline stories, we showcase the Warren County Pioneers, showcases their resilience and determination despite the loss against Mount Juliet's Golden Bears on Thursday night's game. Followed by Covenant Academy is breaking some records. They're specifically the cross country team. Shout out to Joe Fox Bowes. He got second place and he broke a school record in cross country. So again, exciting. And a couple school events going on. The Warren County Spin Club is going on right now. And of course, that is the tryouts are going to be Wednesday, September the 18th from 3 to 5:30 at the Warren County Middle School Auditorium. Parents meeting at 5:30 for all members. Reach out with any questions. You can contact Keeners, KEENERS at warrenschools.com. But that is going to be this Wednesday. Followed by that, the science fair and family night at Hickory Creek Elementary for 3rd through 5th grade students. That's going to be on September the 26th from 5 to 7 p.m. Now, going on all this week, starting today, there's going to be at Eastside Elementary a food drive. And they're going to be collecting different food items for the next few weeks to supply their blessings box in front of the school. There will be a friendly competition between classrooms, and classrooms that brings the most items will receive a surprise party. So today's food item is canned tuna. Tomorrow on the 17th at Eastside Elementary, bring jars of applesauce. September the 18th is canned sweet potatoes. September the 19th is canned green beans and corn. September the 20th on Friday is snack crackers and snack bars. And that's for the Eastside Elementary School. Music for the museum. This is calling on for the Dibble Museum. And of course, Dibble Elementary is putting this on together. Saturday, September the 21st, which will be this Saturday from 4 to 6 p.m. at the Weathered Barn, which is located at 141 Mike Muncie Road. Come enjoy the Silver and Gold Band. Get a bowl of beans, cornbread, and hot dogs, chips, dessert, and drink. Adults are $8. Kids at 12 and under are $4. Bring a lawn chair and enjoy fun, food, and fellowship. And all proceeds this Saturday are going to the Dibble Museum at the Dibble Elementary School. Another thing I'm trying to follow as well is the what was that? Another one? Oh, thank you. It started today. I already said that. The Warren Connect, which is the online academy. I did see this the other day and I thought, well, we need to talk about it. And you can go to any of this information that I'm talking about, you can actually look up on the school's Facebook pages as well, like I did. But they're doing a drone class. This is in partnership with the Warren County High School and Warren Connect. Get ready to soar. Drone courses launching in spring of 2025. So if you want any more information on these drone classes, you need to contact, the Warren County High School or Warren Connect and just ask the front office about this information. Or like I did, you can actually go on to the Facebook page and follow the information there as well. Another cool thing I did see the other day, thanks to Chris Stanford, the district attorney here in Warren County, I did also post the Tennessee Sheriff's Association newsletter about the school threats and what they're trying to do. And I'm just going to reiterate it. It's going to be in our newsletter, but I'm going to read it to you anyways, because I think it is very important that as parents that we stay on our kids about, social media and things like that. So with that said, it says school threats, and this letter was issued on 9/13/2024, which was Friday. Due to the increased volume of school threats being made online and through social media platforms, the Tennessee Sheriff's feels it is imperative to release the following joint statement. One of the main goals of an elected sheriff is to provide quality public safety and to ensure citizens feel secure in their own surroundings. With the increased volume of school threats being made across the state of Tennessee, we want parents, students, and citizens to know that we will not tolerate anyone making threats or initiating fear within our schools and community. Those responsible will be prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law. Making threats of violence against a school is a Class E felony offense, which is TCA 38-16-517, which carries life-altering consequences. We urge parents to monitor what their child is posting on social media platforms and to talk to them about the seriousness of making or even sharing threatening posts. As always, we continue to urge the community to report anything suspicious or potentially threatening in nature toward schools or any public buildings. We understand the frustration, stress, and fear communities across the state are dealing with, and we will continue to investigate every threat received in effort to ensure the safety of our schools and all the cities. Sincerely, Jeff Cassidy. He is the sheriff, president of the Tennessee Sheriff's Association of Sullivan County Sheriff. And from what I'm gathering, the reason that, District Attorney Chris Stafford posted this as well is because, that is also what we're doing here in Warren County and what our sheriff's departments and police departments are doing as well and staying on top of it. And of course, the big issue last week, which I haven't got the press release fully on that yet. But when I do, I'll let you guys know when I get that from Miss Sarah Cantrell. But with that said, at the issue that happened Thursday, they handled it. They took care of it. From what I was told, thing was posted on social media, and the reason there was officers there at the school that Thursday was just in case of something may have happened, but nothing did happen, thankfully. But if you do hear, see, or, when I say that, when you hear your teen or your child talking about, what they hear at school, it's always good to let others know what is going on. It's a good thing. Because I think the more that we know and the more that we work together, the less chaos happens. Keep on going with what's on. Don't forget, check the Business Buzz feed on in our newsletter, which of course is being brought to you by the McMinnville Chamber of Commerce. It's going to talk about how Reddick Brown Ford earned a Prestige Ford President's Award. Also, the JA of McMinnville is needing your help once again this year. It's coats for the community. Donations are always needed as well. And you can help keep others warm. Items that are needed are men, women, teens, children, and babies of all ages and sizes. Hold on one second, guys. Are y'all looking for somewhere to eat? So this doesn't open up for till 11. Is there right here? Okay. Y'all are welcome. I'll take it. Vanilla bean? Oh, well, I just sent them to vanilla bean. My apologies. Well, I did tell them, I said, I think they are. Okay. With that said, getting back into it, JA of McMinnville, which is the Junior Auxiliary Girls, each year they do coats for the community, which is one of their biggest great causes that they do. If you have a coat that is new or gently used, and I always try to wash my coats when I drop off ours. But with that said, coats can be dropped off at the following locations. You can do McKay Wealth, Tim's Motors, McMinnville Chamber of Commerce, Farm Bureau in the McMinnville and the Morrison location, Citizens Tri-County Bank, which is just across the street from us here, a bushel and a peck, the shipping and more place, O Sugar, Cowan and Cowan Law Firm, which is in Woodbury, Tennessee, and any junior auxiliary of McMinnville member. Coats for the Community is an annual event and it's coming up. Please check your closets for gently used coats. We give out hundreds of coats each year, so we really do appreciate the donation. And of course, if you want any more information on that, feel free and you can contact me at 931-305-0869 and I will get the information to the member as well. Or if you want to give me a coat, I'll make sure to give them as well. Get this going. Don't forget, you always can follow us on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Spotify, Apple, Amazon, and Audible. And if you want to subscribe to our newsletter, text the keyword local voice to 931-305-0869. And don't forget, when you do text me as well, that you let me know your email, because that's how that works. Tons of other events are going on. Continuing on talking about our Business Buzz page. And that's why I had to do a separate page for the McMinnville Chamber of Commerce. They have not one, but 4 big events coming up in the month of September and October as of right now. First up is on September the 19th is their September After Hours that is being sponsored by Citizens Tri-County Bank. Shout out to Shane and them. It is going to be on September the 19th, which is going to be on a Friday, I believe. Yep, on a Friday. And it says, and it looks like it's going to be a ghost walk. Let's see. Ghost hour, ghost. It's in cursive, so I'm trying to read it. Sorry, guys. Come back there. Let's see. It says featuring a walking, yeah, here it goes. Featuring a walking ghost tour from Jimmy Haley, and I'll definitely be there to record that one. But again, thank you to Jimmy, thank you to Citizens Tri-County Bank, and that walking ghost trail or tour is going to be at 5 p.m. on September the 19th. Followed by on September the 20th, on Friday, the Clean Machine is celebrating not only with the McMinnville County Chamber of Commerce, but the Manchester Chamber of Commerce as well. And at 11:30, come to the Clean Machine. You can't miss it. It's right in the depot bottom. Once you go down the hill right there, you can check it out. But they're going to do their red ribbon cutting at 11:30 this Friday on the 20th of September. Followed by that on September the 27th, which is the following Friday, a week from this Friday, the KW Mid-South Homes and Land is doing their red ribbon cutting, which they are at the old location of where the bike bar used to be. And that's going to be at 11:30 at 228 East Cobble Street. And then lastly, the next big event for them is October the 9th for another red ribbon cutting for Origin Socials. And they're going to do that in the Chamber Community Room right here in downtown McMinnville at 11:30. Tons of stuff going on, as always, like I say. So you always want to make sure to get in on that. Again, like as I'm talking about all these events, I do text them out periodically throughout the week as they're happening. If you want to get on our text club, join our text club by texting the number 810-102, and you text the name at Warren 931. Now, that is the Remind app. It's just a lot easier for me to group text instead of individually texting everybody through my cell number, because I highly doubt everybody wants to know everybody's number. I know we're in a town where everybody knows everybody's name, but my number is private. So, but with that said, there you go. And if you have any issues with that, just let me know and I'll try to help you in another form of matter. Another cool thing that's going to be in our newsletter is talking about Nissan. Nissan is partners with the Tennessee Board of Regents and also our local TCAT here and local schools to launch centers of excellence. And I did steal this story from the Nissan News website. So make sure you check that out. I did get to talk, and the reason I put this in there is because I actually got to, when we were at the fair, I got to talk to Randy England and I got to talk to the president, and I think her name was Diane. And I talked to them about what Nissan is bringing and how they're breaking new ground, and hopefully having it up and running. And talking to Daniel, shout out to Daniel as well. I might get him on the show. I got his number as well, and get him on here to talk more about how partnering up with Nissan is going to help expand and make a brighter and brighter future for all TCAT students. I think that's amazing, and it's something that we need to know about. One cool thing that happened over the summer that I just got too late on, but next year I'll know, is they offer at the robotics school, talking about what we have to offer here in Warren County. They had 2 or 3 different dates, but in Warren County, and I think you have to be 15 years or older. It's 14 or 15 years old, but it was a free robotics class. And if you have a child that's into, whether it's building Legos that move or things like that, maybe this is a cool summer program to get your child involved in, to keep to keep them going. And it's just something I know my son loves doing that stuff. And I was like, why not? That's why TCAT, I'm so grateful that we have TCAT and we have all these vocab schools here to help our children out, because not all kids go to college and get an education that way and a degree as a doctor or a lawyer or things like that. Some kids, I know a ton of people here in Warren County that have gone to TCAT in those schools in the back to learn a lot of electrical and things like that, because they go a long way in tech stuff, community, all that. It's just, we live in a great town. If you didn't know, we do. This week on Second Chances, we are showcasing 3 amazing pooches. So if you want to adopt or foster these, now these animals that we're showcasing in this week's newsletter is all at Animal Control. So you would need to contact Keith at the Animal Control Center, which is 473-2553. They have, first up, we got Apollo. Apollo is a big shepherd, around 80 pounds. He would be amazing if you have like large pieces of land, because they like to run and go, but he's very friendly. And if you are willing to train him for a job, you need to interview him today. Just saying. Followed by Ellie. She is also a shepherd mix from the Warren County Animal Control. She's been there since March 20th of this year. She is good with people and cats and really wants out of jail. She looks like a wonderful size for lots of play. And lastly, Sunny has been at the Warren County Animal Control since January the 12th of this year. He is around a year old. Sunny is a super sweet boy and that hasn't had a chance to be a puppy. He really needs to get out of jail and grow and run and experience life outside of bars. But again, if you want to contact to help either adopt or foster any of these animals, contact Keith at the City Animal Control at 931-473-2553. And of course, speaking of more animals, getting back to this cutie patootie that came to Covenant Academy, he is available, and Miss Carolyn said he's super friendly as well. So it's crazy how things, but if you're missing a dog, Miss Carolyn has them at Covenant Academy today. Finishing up strong. Gosh, there's so many events. Let me see if I can just highlight all that and move it. No, it's going to take everything. Let add page. So I saw a lot of events. We are going to have a big newsletter this week, specifically talking about community events and more. I do also have some that I haven't talked about that's on my phone that once again I did get sent to me. So I thank you once again, whoever is sending out all the information visa through my text message and or on my Facebook Messenger. I was trying to see, is this it? No, that wasn't that one. Let's see. No, 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 no. Let's see. I gotta switch over because I think they sent it to my Warren first one, which is also fun. Yes, up for grabs. Okay, so Cody Jones, one of our avid listeners here, one of his good friends, Jason Green, his mom Vicky got diagnosed with brain cancer, and so they're going to do a benefit meal and cruise for her. Vicky Whitley is her name. She needs all the help she can get in prayer. She can't, she needs to, let's see, let's get to make this a great fun day at the Good Big Barn turnout. It's going to be fun seeing all the cool classic cars, trucks, motorcycles, and more. There will be a cruise in. There'll be some good food eating as well. Cost $10 for a plate, hamburgers and hot dogs, drinks, desserts. Let's see what else is there. It's going to be on October the 12th at the Fairview Community Center, from 12 to 6 p.m. $5 entry for the cruise in, as I'm getting that pulled up. And of course, all our community events. I got to give some shout out love to our community calendar sponsor, which is Reddick Brown Ford. See, hamburgers, hot dogs, fries, $10 a plate. And that's going on there. And then also, let's see here. I have fixed it. So, as I'm going through my messages, I interviewed all the reigning Fairs to the Fair winners. Check now. Sorry. I've just got my voice back. I didn't have it yesterday. But with that said, I did an interview with all the reigning queens on Friday the 13th. And the video, if you didn't watch it live, no worries. Luckily it was recorded, so I reposted it for any mom or any mom or relative or best friend or blood or water family member that didn't get to see their baby on the interview. But it was really great getting to interview all the queens, and thanks to the Warren County A&L Fair Board for letting me do that on the grandstand stage, as well as thank you for Susan Burks for helping me put that together and being able to do my podcast live that day at the fairgrounds. It was really fun. Don't forget, if anybody, I've been seeing this, and I was trying to make sure I got her last name correct. Let's see. Stevania Bolden is battling breast cancer right now. And last week, which I did take a picture of it, last week they did candles. 1901 Fragrance did candles for Stevania. And now I saw at the fair posted, and I took a picture of it, but the barcode, I want to say to the person that did it, I think it's great, but it's called Steps for Stevania. Breast cancer benefit. It's a run and a walk in a cornhole tournament. It's going to be on September the 21st. Food trucks, homemade ice cream vendors, and more. It's going to be at the Warren County Fairground. Gates open up at 4 p.m. Walk begins at 6 p.m. It said you can scan this QR code to register, but when I did it on Sunday, it said the QR code was temporarily turned off or something. But again, this is for Stevania Bolden, so make sure you check that out and more. And if you want to know anything more about 1901 Fragrance and Candles, contact Katie Carroll. She was the one that was over that. But if anybody knows about the Steps for Stevania that's going to be happening at the Warren County A&L Fair this Saturday, let them know that their QR code, when I tried to access it on Sunday because I saw it in the floral department. The QR code was turned off, so we couldn't register. And I did talk about that. Thank you, Miss Mary. Let's see. And then this one, we already talked about that. So yeah, I'm all caught up on that end. But as far as other events going on for the month of September, don't forget the benefit for Jason Shane Armstrong Jr. is on September the 21st. It's to help fund funeral funds. He passed away back in May this summer. And of course, that's going to be at 445 College Street in Spencer, Tennessee from 12 to 9 p.m. And that's on September the 21st. Irving College Community is having their second annual Community Fall Festival, and that's going to be on September the 22nd. So make sure you come out to that. Enjoy this free family-friendly activity. If you want any more information on it, go to www.irvingcollege.church because this is going to be held at the Irving College Baptist Church from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. this Sunday. There's going to be a chili cook-off, inflatable slides, cotton candy, bonfires, and s'mores, and a cakewalk and more. For more information, you can also contact them at 668-2422. Don't forget to get your $40 tickets for Sip and Savor in downtown on the 28th from 6 to 9. Tickets are $40, so if you contact any folks that's over Sip and Savor, make sure you do that as well. We're going to try to get them back here in to talk more about it. September the 28th is the second annual Dam Duck Derby here in McMinnville. That's helping with the I want to say the Matthews 22-23 group is doing that. And of course, I've already put in some October dates in. Autumn Street Fair is going to be on October the 5th in downtown from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. And that is with the leadership of McMinnville. That is also over the Sip and Savor. Let's see, that's going to be happening. Oh, mark your calendars for October the 4th, which is a Friday, I believe. I'm going to check before I say it. Yes, October the 4th officially is going to be the Pioneer Pep Rally Day, also the Homecoming Parade Day. And that starts at 1:30 p.m. Pep Rally at 2, City Lot on the Square, downtown McMinnville area. And this is, of course, sponsored by Security Federal Savings Bank. And that's going to be on October 4th for the Warren County High School Pep Rally for the Pioneers. So don't forget that. We'll talk more about that. That, of course, is in our, it's going to be put in our event as well. Going on today, if you don't miss out on this opportunity, you are invited to join them to learn more about Main Street McMinnville. And it's at 9:15 this morning. It's going on right now till 10:30 at the McMinnville Warren County Chamber of Commerce Community Room. The speaker this morning is Kim Parks. She's a state Main Street Program Director for 11 years now as the Lebanon, Tennessee Main Street Director, and she's going to be there today. Let's see what else. I think that's it for now. Yeah. And that is all the community events that I have going on that I am aware of. Make sure you follow us on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and more, as well as once we get off here, listen to us on Apple, Amazon, Audible, and Spotify. Spotify has been giving me a doozy of a time since Friday. Again, I don't know what's going on, but it is what it is. But we're going to try to get it back up and running this morning. Newsletters will be available this afternoon, hopefully, as well as tomorrow. And then also, we got some other big events going on that I will be sharing again on tomorrow's show. But with that said, take care. God bless. Enjoy the rest of your day, Warren County. And remember, Warren County,